Hello, my name is Melanie MacKenzie. I'm a senior director at Alvarez and Marsal in their corporate restructuring practice. We help distressed companies to turn around. The path to where I am today was anything but direct. Throughout most of my educational career, I was in sciences. Ever since I was a little girl, I dreamed of being a veterinarian. During that time, I worked very, very hard to pay my own way through school at multiple jobs. One of those jobs came about as a result of running into a high school friend whose family owned a marine sales and service business and needed a bookkeeper. I needed a job. They needed a bookkeeper. I convinced them to hire me with no experience whatsoever, and later convinced them to hire me in their boat brokerage business. I loved every minute of working in business, and when I went back to school that fall, I was taking business courses. Eventually, I became a chartered professional accountant. My path to Alvarez and Marsal came about when the co-lead of their first Canadian practice approached me about the new and exciting firm he was with, and I just had to join. 20 years later, here I am. I think looking back, the most surprising thing about all of that was how many times my very well laid out plans changed and how quickly that happened, simply because I was open to opportunities when they came about and willing to pivot. A beautifully cut blazer, an elegant silk blouse, and a structured monochromatic look have in fact now become part of my personal brand. In a sense, my armor, not in the same defensive sense as earlier in my career, but rather more in the sense of walking into a room feeling confident, polished, and unapologetically feminine. I'd like to be remembered as someone who created her own momentum, who brought others along with her, and who showed that leadership is not about having all of the answers, but rather being open, resilient, and willing to build a door where none previously existed. My advice to the next generation of female leaders would be threefold. First, don't wait for permission. If an opportunity isn't handed to you, create one. Second, be comfortable being uncomfortable. They say that growth lives just outside of your comfort zone, and I firmly believe that. Say yes to the things that stretch you. Take that meeting, raise your hand, and enter the room, even when you're uncomfortable doing it. Third, talk to people, lots of people. Build genuine relationships wherever you go. The most transformative opportunities often come from the most unexpected places. All you have to do is be willing to answer the door when they knock.